tarry for fire? Are you tarrying at all? And if actually you are tarrying, what are you tarrying for? Luke 24:49. Jesus is the one talking and addressing his own disciples. Says, but I send unto you the promise of the Father. If my King has given me a promise, that I give to you the promise of the Father, I think it's a done deal. I think I can take it to the bank. I think I can relax and wait for it to enter my accounts. It's just like somebody saying to you, I give unto you 5 million into your accounts. And you know the weight of the person who is talking. That's where we get it wrong. After promising, I give you the promise of the Father, he said, but, comma, conditional. But, tarry. If you don't tarry, you don't carry power. Even though he has promised it to you. Even though he says you will lay hands on the sick and the sick will recover. If you don't tarry, nobody will be healed. You will lay hands on the sick, you won't see any results. And I give unto you power to cast out devils. But the condition is, but tarry. All the promises of God are yea and amen, but you won't see them. But tarry. And tarry is not a sweet word. Nobody likes to wait. We're in a very impatient generation. But tarry. And tarrying goes beyond just waiting. Tarrying goes along with fastings. Jesus tarried. He was 40 days in the wilderness. That was a tarry. Moses tarried 40 days. Daniel tarried for 21 days. And he said, tarry until you be endued with power from on high. 120 men and women, they were not tarrying for husband. They were very different from our church generation. None of them were tarrying for husband. None of them were tarrying for wife. None of them were tarrying for children. None of them were tarrying for political appointments. None of them were tarrying for visa to go overseas. None of them were tarrying for financial breakthrough. None of them were tarrying for employment. None of them were tarrying for God to bless them with landed properties and houses. None of them were tarrying for all of those things that we are tarrying for today. They were tarrying for fire. They were tarrying for one thing and one thing alone. To carry the glory in their generation. My God, my God, my God. And the king and the master said, tarry. Until. He didn't say, go for 10 days. We all know it was 10 days. But he did not tell them to go for 10 days. He told them, go until. It just happened to be that it was on the 10th day that the heavens opened. If he hadn't come, they would have continued. There's nothing like a 21 days Daniel fast. Daniel was locked up there until he got the answer and Gabriel came down. And it just happened to be 21 days. If Gabriel had not come, he would have remained there. Hey, receive grace to tarry. Until something has given way. Anything that is worth fighting for in the kingdom, you have to be prepared to tarry for it. And wait. I met a man who told me that he slept in, he preached in our prayer city there. He preached in prayer city some years ago. That he slept in 666 graveyards, tarrying. In 666 different locations for power. If you know what the kingdom of darkness are tarrying and the price they are paying to carry power. And that power he was looking for was just to have power to kill Reinhard Bonnke and Jimmy Swaggart. So Satan promised him, if you can kill these two, I will give you the highest ranking in my kingdom. So how do I kill them? You have to sleep in 666 graveyards, in 666 locations. And I will give you the power to eliminate these two men. And believe you me, he slept in all 666 graveyards. And he was given powers to encounter God's servants. Rings, magic rings, that if he throws it on them, that's the end. But the day he came and met with Reinhard Bonnke to remove that ring to throw on him, he saw he who is older than age standing before him. And he quickly removed the ring to throw on. And the ring just and he melted before him. That was his conversion. Do you know there are people who tarry at Bar Beach, Lagos? Some 1 week, some 2 weeks, some they have been there for 1 month. If you go there, you'll see some people have been there for 2 months. They are tarrying, waiting for mommy water to come out from the water so they will have sexual intercourse and be carried into a dimension of power and wealth and greatness. And here you are, and here I am. We want power. We don't want to tarry. We just want to claim the promise. But he who gave the promise, he said, I give you the promise, but tarry until you keep on. How much do you want to see the raw power of God? Until. The first thing that Jesus ever did when he started his ministry was to tarry. Before he started ministry, the first thing was to tarry. 40 days and 40 nights. Meaning fasting and prayer is not supposed to be an emergency. When you have a problem and a need, you start to tarry. You start to cry unto God. No. Fasting and prayer, tarrying, supposed to be in the front burner. The main thing you put on the altar before God. So you will carry fire until you be endued with power. Until, that word endued means to be mantled, to be clothed. Until you wear God. Until you carry God. Until you become a mobile altar. Until he sits on you. And everywhere you enter, you carry him with you. My God, my God, my God, my God. 5 minutes prayer will not do that. No. 5 minutes prayer will not qualify for him to sit on you. 1 hour prayer will not do that. Not even 5 hours prayer will do that. What will do it? Tarry. Drop everything. Get into his presence. I've never seen any man in the kingdom that ever was raised and became something and affected generations without tarrying.